Bimmercode, what is it? We're going to go over all the features and functions on the A90 Supra to take out some of the things. Jeff's here to show you some of the stuff.
So we're basically, once you get into the Bimmercode, you can download the app. We're going to show you how to connect to the car and take a couple features out. We're not going to go through all the features, but one of them is a lot of people don't like the fact that the start-stop kicks in every time you key cycle. It will remember your last choice on the previous key cycle and actually save that to your memory so that you don't have to turn it off or turn it back on or whatever you want on that function. We also are going to disable the audio input for the exhaust, for the acoustic sound that they pump in to make the engine sound different. I like the sound of the engine by itself and don't really need the system. So we're going to
fake sound.
The fake sound. So we're going to take the fake sound out and show you guys how to do that.
Yeah, in one of my previous vlogs, when we first got the car, I was driving and I was trying to show you guys some audio and how the subwoofers, you could actually hear them come on when the car was in sport mode. So we're going to code that out. We're going to show you how the Bimmercode works and we'll go from there. And don't forget to subscribe. Thanks.
You put the connector into your OBD2 port. Make sure it's firmly installed. Turn on the power to the car to accessory. Once on, go into your settings on your phone for Wi-Fi and search for the device and then link to it. Okay, so before you can connect with Bimmercode to your car, you first need to go into the settings and pick your adapter. Once you pick that device, you can go back out, you can connect to the phone and then to the app. Okay guys, once you have your OBD2 connector plugged in, either Wi-Fi or Bluetooth, ours is Wi-Fi. Once connected via the Wi-Fi, you can then communicate with it through the Bimmer app. So once we pull up the Bimmer app, we can hit connect. Once connected, you will see options for a lot of different BMWs. 1 Series, 3 Series, 5 Series, all the way down. You scroll down, it will say Toyota Supra. Hit continue. Once connected, it'll start reading the VIN. You'll hear some chimes and stuff running on the car. It'll go through and identifying control units. Once the control units are brought up, it will give you the different options that you can actually code for the car, or Bimmercode. So the one that we want to look at today is the active sound design. These cars have a active sound design that will actually cause the speakers to supplement the exhaust of the car sound or engine sounds in the car, which I prefer not to have. So this is something we can tune out with this. So you click on active sound design, it'll read the coding data. Active sound design deactivation, you can assign as it being deactivated or unassigned, which would be it actually is on. We're gonna pick deactivated, go back. Now before you hit code, you wanna make sure that everything on the car is off because you don't want any kind of interference or the car shutting off while you're coding the car. One thing that we do a lot of times on the car is actually put the seatbelt in. With the seatbelt in, it tells the car that somebody's sitting in the car and it keeps it activated. The other thing that I would do also is turn off your Bluetooth and put it in airplane mode. By doing this keeps your phone from having interruptions based on any kind of pinging that you could have from some other app. Once that's done, you hit code, start coding. It'll write the coding data. Once it says finishing coding, it'll restart the ECU. You'll hear some noises as the ECU's reset and you'll hear some things. It'll say coding successful and then you hit OK. And then once you go back, it'll say deactivated. In order to go back, you'll have backups that it will record. So if you ever want to turn that back on, you'll have to go into your backups and basically put the backup back in the car, which will allow it to turn back on to the stock mode. The other thing that we want to play with also is under the engine control unit settings. Okay, now we're gonna do one other annoyance, at least to some people on these cars, is the auto start stop. This feature is something that's kind of mandated on a lot of these cars. Most vehicles come with auto start stop, which stops the vehicle when you come to a stop and then restarts the vehicle under different parameters as you roll away, or if the charge gets low or the AC demand gets high. So we're going to turn that off because it's something to where it's kind of a nuisance to some. If you go under engine control unit, it will pull up auto start stop function memory. So this isn't going to completely deactivate it, but what it's going to do is it's going to allow a memory to be put in the code that will allow it to remember on a key cycle what your previous setting was. So you can actually set it as being on or off, and as you cycle the car, it won't automatically default to on. allowing the car to stay in the off mode. So once you pick active and you go back, again, make sure that everything is off in the car in terms of accessories, and then put your phone in airplane mode if it wasn't still there, and Bluetooth off, and then hit code, start coding. He'll write the coding data to the ECU, finish up, restart the ECU, coding successful, and we're ready to go. A quick key cycle and our settings will be done. Hope you guys enjoyed watching this, and the app can be on the Apple Store for an Apple device, or you can go to Google Play and download it for your Android. Obviously, there are more features that you can play with the Bimmercode. These are two that I think are high on a lot of people's lists, so we wanted to inform people of how it works, and hope it helps. Thank you.
All right, thanks, Jeff. I don't know about you guys, but being able to personalize my vehicle is definitely a plus, and being able to turn off those annoying little factory things like the stop start feature is definitely one of the things that annoys me about the Supra. It's just one of those things you always have to turn off, and it just comes back every single time. So something I did want to bring up is we did order an OBD2 reader that didn't work. I am not 100% sure if it's the actual reader itself or if it is maybe just not compatible with the Supra. This is the V Peak. This is the one that for some reason isn't working right with the car. Jeff has had the V-Gate iCar 2 for a while, and it works fine with the Supra. On Bimmercode's website, it's listed as not supported anymore, but it does work. It's not the one that we suggest. We want you guys to have something that is supported and current. So we have the OBDLINK MX Plus. This is listed as supported on Bimmercode's site. It does work great. We are looking to do another video in the future. There's a bunch of different things that you can change and update with this. So we're gonna look into seeing if there's any other annoyances or things that we wanna customize or change with this, and there is a lot. So make sure you're subscribed and the bell's on for these types of videos. The cost on these things isn't too crazy. The best way is to give you guys an Amazon link that's listed below, and you can just go right to Amazon and order it, and it'll be to your house in a couple days. So if this is a video that you did like and you did enjoy it, leave a comment below and we'll respond back to you as fast as possible. Other than that, subscribe, like I said, hit the bell, and we'll see you on the next video. Peace.